Hello, everybody. Today we're going to talk about image optimization in a production Nextjs website. So this is a website called indigo.com. This is a car rental website where users can filter through different cars and they can book them on a subscription basis, either monthly or weekly. And we're trying to optimize the speed of this website. Just to show you the results, the initial score was 17, and currently the score stands at 60, which is quite a lot of improvements. And one of those improvement steps were to optimize the image sizes. If you analyze the results of the previous states analysis by page speed insights tool, you can see we have the largest contentful paint element, uh, which is taking a lot of time. And this is one of the things that we wanted to improve. And in general, in any website, the images are usually the largest or the heaviest things. So it is very important that when you are building a website, you make sure that the images that you are using are actually very, very efficient. If you come and take a look at this page, you can see we have an image here. And if I download the image, you'll see that this image has the size of, uh, let me quickly check. It has an initial size of 700 kilobytes, which is not that good, right? So 700 kilobytes just only for this image is pretty inefficient. I'll share some tools and techniques to show you how we can optimize the images. So fortunately, Nextjs actually provides a good way of an automatic way of optimizing the images themselves. If we go to the code, in fact, we can actually search Nextjs image optimization. They actually have a documentation dedicated to the image optimization and different tools and techniques. And you can go through the doc to understand more. But if we come to the app, here is the vehicle card component. You can see that we can define the width and height of the images appropriately. So I can actually give it, let's say 1000 by 600. Then it will try to load a higher quality image. And you have to specify the correct or the appropriate height and width for this particular image so that it shows up nicely and it has a good or relatively good quality. For example, we are talking about these images. So the first thing to do is providing the size or the height and width property for the image component in Nextjs. That is the first thing. Uh, we can do other things as well. For example, for larger images like this banner, we can use some uh, tools. So let me show you some of those tools. The most flexible tool is called tinypng.com. This is a website where you can just drop your images and it will reduce the size a lot. So here you can see I have optimized the banner images and we have 70 on around 60 to 70% optimizations here. So basically the input and the output, if you analyze the input of images and the output images, they will be visually identical with 70% less load on your page. So this is a great tool that you can use. You can take it a bit further as well. So there is another tool. This is Optimizilla or whatever it is. You can upload these optimized images here. And each of these images actually use 256 colors. You can reduce the number of colors to gain even a better output. For example, our original image was 111 kilobytes. If I show you, we have a highest of 256. You can take a look at the before and after. It will convert it and it will show the before and after look. So currently it is showing the previous value, which is 8. So you can see that using a higher number of images actually produces a better image, and using a lower number of image will reduce the quality by a bit, but it will also reduce the size. So you can actually play around it. So let's say I decide to go with 16, and you can check what is the output in 16 colors or 16 bits. and you can download and use the banners here as well. So these are the two tools. I would say TinyPNG is the awesome tool. You can use this typically or most of the time. This is for extreme cases, which I don't usually recommend. So the last thing that I want to talk about is often in largest contentful paint is one of the metrics to the performance of the site. So what is the largest contentful paint? It's basically, so let's say if I go into mobile viewport, it is basically which image you see, which is the largest one and is visible to the user first. That's basically the largest contentful paint. This is our initial page load. And you can see we have some images here and some images here for the vehicle cards. This image is the largest one. So Google actually tries to see how fast this image loads because it is very important image. So Google wants the users to see it very fast. And we can use a third technique to ensure that the largest contentful image is actually loading very fast. So the technique that we can use here is called priority. So in Next.js's image tag, you can define it as a priority image. So Next.js will try to prefetch the image, which will basically reduce the LCP time, or essentially the LCP metric, right? So it will reduce it. And I can show you the results. Previously, our LCP was 3.5 seconds. After doing these optimizations, we now have a LCP time. Where is that? Okay, I'm probably not seeing it here. But basically, the idea is we have a reduced LCP time. Oh, sorry. This one, which is green, which means our images are loading faster, and Google is indicating that as a good thing. So to recap, in this video, we talked about how to optimize the images for an Next.js website. The techniques to use is specifying the proper width and height, specifying the priority. But again, don't use priority on all images. For example, we actually do not need any priority for the images that loads later, right? For example, these are the smaller images. So we don't need to provide priority here because it will again try to load everything by priority. So which kind of hurts the purpose or the meaning of the priority. That's about it. Thank you so much for viewing this far and hope you have a wonderful day. I have written an article that specifies or explains different techniques. I'll try to link it in the description so you can check it out there as well. Have a nice day.